In the words of Tom Morgan, Board President, the annual meeting in 2023 occurred during arguably one of the most divisive times in the history of Shadow Hills. Emotions were running high and on edge, and I seriously questioned how we would be able to move beyond these differences and return to a cohesive membership with common goals and desires. But here we are, 1 year later, looking forward and not backward, planning for the future and recognizing the things that bring us together. There are moments when I'm astounded at how far we have come in the last 12 years, but then realize we are exactly where the membership wanted to be. We all deserve to be proud about who we are, where we have been, and enthused about what the future holds. The present. To put this time period in perspective, in the last 2 years, we have hired 2 general managers, a new chef, a new head golf professional, a new course superintendent, a new banquet manager, and multiple staff hires. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet. Rather than duplicating information, you will hear the details from individual committee chairs and department heads explaining where we are and what we're doing, and you will have the opportunity to ask questions to staff and board members for additional information on any topic. The board and committee members deal with immediate issues, as you have heard or will hear from committee members and staff, and also look to the future to ensure that we have addressed possible probable issues that will occur down the road. These include creating adequate reserve accounts to maintain our clubhouse and golf course, identifying improvement projects that are of interest to our membership, maximizing return on our invested capital while protecting our principal, and creating realistic budgets and providing support to staff to create the most enjoyable membership experience possible. Tonight, you will elect 3 members to the Board of Directors for the beginning of the 3-year term. These new members, in addition to the 6 members still in their initial 3-year term, will represent the membership in acting in the best interests of the club. The direction of the club and vision for the future is generally determined by the membership and board, and that vision is implemented by the general manager. In that process, it could be reasonably stated that the membership is in charge of the future events of the club, so elections are important, as is the willingness of the membership to volunteer for board and committee positions. As you will hear this evening, I believe Shadow Hills is in excellent condition to continue moving forward. A strong management team, coupled with a very positive financial position and full membership, make for a bright future. See you on the course. Finance Committee 2024. Key Performance Indicators, KPIs, year-to-date January through August 2024 versus 2023. These numbers will be posted on shadowhillsextra.com. Objectively, KPIs suggest the club financially sound. Revenues generated are sufficient to cover operating expenses, address repairs and maintenance, purchase equipment, service long-term debt, and even put a small amount away for a rainy day. Cash reserves have increased year over year compared to current liabilities, a favorable trend. Properly managed, cash reserves should continue to grow, giving the club the ability to maintain its largest assets, plus a down payment on long-term improvements under discussion between the board and long-term planning committee. Operating expenses of the club are not immune to inflation. Labor, supplies, and equipment costs have risen in recent years. Monitoring each through the budgetary process and small annual dues increases has allowed the club to maintain the member experience. For example, staffing the lounge during most hours the course is open for play. Thus, maintaining member experience is cost-intensive. At the direction of the board, the Finance Committee is monitoring net activity from the lounge and supporting their evaluation of future needs. Looking forward, a full membership and a healthy balance sheet place the club on good financial footing to address future needs. Membership. We currently have a 100% full membership consisting of 475 golf members per our bylaws and 125 social members. Our membership roster has experienced a normal amount of turnover this year, with vacant memberships being filled quickly from individuals and families on our wait list. We added a total of 44 new members this year, 27 golf members and 17 social members. Members who leave Shadow Hills typically do so due to moving out of the area or due to a change in life circumstances. Our wait list has fluctuated between 45 and 75 interested parties and currently stands at 49. We increased our initiation fees substantially last year in response to robust demand for membership at Shadow Hills. This increase has not led to any reduced interest or demand for membership at Shadow Hills. The membership committee continually monitors the status of our waitlist, roster turnover, initiation fees and monthly dues, and interest in competing clubs to ensure our membership remains full. A full membership means strong and consistent revenues for our club. Green Committee Report. The Green Committee has the responsibility and the privilege of maintaining and nurturing the golf course property. In 2024, completed projects included finishing renovation and drainage on the back 9 fairway bunkers, combining fairway bunkers on holes 14, 15, and 18 from 2 bunkers to a single bunker, newly extended tee boxes on number 4, enlarged white tee boxes on number 6, regrassed the pool lawn, and cherry strips. Upcoming projects include continuing to remove dying birch trees, spraying for daisies in the fall and crabgrass in the spring, new irrigation pump station, enlarged number 13 red tee box, and replacing broken irrigation valves. Golf Committee. The Golf Committee continues to work closely with the golf shop and our general manager to help monitor tee sheet management, course rules, power cart use, review and approve or deny outside requests for golf play donations, care of the course as it pertains to regular play and cart use, scheduling of the course events for tournament play, and also working closely with the Handicap Committee regarding posting procedures. Shadow Hills Country Club continues to be a players' club with over 44,000 rounds being projected for the year, ending December 31st, 2024. Discussions are underway regarding the addition of 9 more silver tees, which would allow members to play all 18 from the silver tees, measuring approximately 4,400 yards. The trial will occur during the winter non-posting season. The Golf Committee continues to review many requests that Shadow Hills receives for golf round donations. Although not all requests are approved, we continue to back our local community by donating to those worthwhile charities and organizations who grow the game of golf as well as support kids and families in our community. With this in mind, Shadow Hills Country Club continues to support junior and high school golf by allowing practice and tournament times during the junior and high school golf seasons. Long-range planning. 2024 was another successful year for the Long Range Planning Committee of focusing on the balance of 3 categories: building and non-golf course items, golf course improvements, and greens equipment. This year's major investment of capital funds was the club-owned house on Sovereign Lane. Due to the unfortunate circumstances that created a turnover of occupancy, we were faced with a large amount of repair that comes with management of a rental property. This project started with the basics of needing new paint, flooring, and a general cleanup, but ended up with a new roof, new windows, and even functional septic services. The house is now in great shape for our next tenant and for us as a club to maintain this property at a much more manageable level. On the golf course, Eric and his team finished the revamping of the Fairway Bunker project, completing a multi-year project of remodeling all of our greenside and fairway bunkers in-house, saving the club thousands of dollars for this much-needed project. Additionally, we saw the expansion of a few tee boxes that allow for more tee marker locations, which allows the ground to heal from the high level of play our club receives year-round. We will continue to look at this type of improvement from recommendations from the Green Committee to continue to improve our course. The greens equipment got some major upgrades this year. Again, as in previous recent years, the struggle of availability and cost is still a challenge when it comes to golf course greens equipment. Due to this, we pivoted when we needed and were able to secure upgrades to replace a fairway mower, a triplex mower, a turf roller, and a vacuum. We continue to work with Eric to determine what is needed for him and his staff to make sure that they can take care of our number one asset, which is our incredible golf course. Looking ahead, the Long Range Committee is going to shift our focus to the impending irrigation project. With the help of the Finance Committee, we are setting targets for the best time to take on this immense task, but then we must plot backward in our planning as irrigation contractors are booked years in advance. In an effort to provide the membership with as much information as possible for a vote to move forward on this project years down the road, our committee will be getting bids collected and putting together information on the full scope of the work of addressing both the irrigation and future needs of the club. Stay tuned for information. Before we announce the winners of the board elections, let's take a minute to remember those Shadow Hills members who have passed this past year. We want to thank all of the members who ran for the board this year. It is your dedication to service to our club that makes Shadow Hills better for all of our members. Those elected to a 3-year term beginning January 2025 are